We're taking a look at the midterm elections, the Senate races. Caitlin Huey-Burns from RealClearPolitics. Let's talk a little bit about, it was a tough year it looks like it was going to be a tough year for the Democrats. It looks like it's going to be even tougher for them this year.
Over the summer, there's been a few developments. A Montana race that looked like it could potentially be competitive is really not anymore. Same situation happening in places like Iowa. Republicans have, in the beginning of the cycle, really concentrated on expanding the map, playing in places like Iowa and Colorado, recruiting candidates that could be competitive there, and that seems to have worked for them. Democrats, on the other hand, have also made recruitment a strong focus of the campaign. They have to defend more seats than Republicans, obviously.
We're talking about 11 seats total here. Democrats really defending 9 seats that were held by Democrats. You mentioned Montana and Iowa, seats that were held by longtime Democrats, Baucus in Montana, Harkin in Iowa. Baucus went over to become ambassador to China, replaced him with the lieutenant governor, who was supposed to be a good candidate, and then
Right, and then the New York Times reported that he had a plagiarism incident in 2007 while getting his master's degree. That really took a humongous toll on him in the state, was facing pressure from editorial boards, from Democrats back home, asking for him to leave the race, and he did.
Leaving Montana, Montana Democrats scrambling. You've got
open for a seat, right?
You've got Iowa. They had Congressman Bruce Braley up against a Republican who was sort of unknown. I mean, what's happened in Iowa? Right.
Well, part of the problem this entire cycle is that Democrats hoped for Republican candidates to really kind of fail miserably like they did last cycle, and that really hasn't happened. I think Iowa is a good example of that. Joni Ernst, the Republican, came out of a primary and is doing pretty well against Braley, who is more of a progressive Democrat, but has had some well-known missteps in this campaign, and that race is proving to be very competitive.
Yeah, it's good. You just look at this map and you see these states that were held by so many longtime Democrats. In West Virginia, which was Rockefeller, now it's really a red state, and the Democrats have no chance in a place like that. So you do the math, and the Democrats have to basically prevent the Republicans from picking up 6 seats. It's looking pretty difficult.
It's difficult, and I think Democrats are counting on or hoping to pad some of their numbers by competing in Republican states like Georgia and Kentucky, but those do not appear as competitive perhaps as they thought they would be. The polling is close, but these are also difficult states for them to take, especially since, as you mentioned, states already look like they're turning in Republicans' favor.
As we get into the heat of the general election, we'll be keeping a close eye on all these races. Caitlin Huey-Burns from RealClearPolitics, thanks for joining us. I'm Steve Chaggaris from CBSNews.com. Thanks for watching.